grab your tea because this is gonna be a real juicy one.
I wanna make it so bad, baby. So be a part of my dynasty. So be a part of my dynasty. Oh, you know we be rolling streets. Say, I'm mastermind, I be killing beats. So be a part of my dynasty. So be a part of my dynasty. Say what? Oh, you know we be rolling streets. Say.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kelsey, and in today's video I'm going to be doing another story time for you guys. So I did do a previous story time over on my channel, so I will leave that link down below if you guys do want to check that one out. But anyway, please grab your popcorn, grab your chips, grab your tea, because this is going to be a real juicy one. Anyway guys, if you do want to see the story time I have to share with you guys today, please continue watching. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and click that little bell button so you're notified every time I post a video. I love you guys so much, and let's get started. So in this story, I'm going to be talking about 3 different people. So the first one, I named him Ryan, who was the guy I liked. The second one is Lisa, who was my friend. And then the third person is James, who was my best guy friend. Okay, so in high school, when you go back for grade 13, you are in a bunch of grade 12 courses because there's no specific classes for grade 13 students. So I was stuck in a bunch of grade 12 courses. And there was this one guy whose name is Ryan. I knew him from before because when I was in grade 10, I believe he was in grade 9. Then he left for an X amount of years, and then he came back in grade 12, and then I was in grade 13. So that's just a little bit on Ryan. So for Lisa, she was 2 years younger than me, and I used to talk to her throughout high school, but I never really got super close with her until I was in grade 13. And then for the last person, James, he was my best guy friend. He was also 2 years younger than me, but since I was one of the managers for the football team for like the last 3 years, we became super close because he was on the football team, and then I was always there. I was pretty much at every practice, I was at every game, so we became super close that way. Okay, so to dive into the story now. So for Ryan, he was also on the football team, and since it was grade 13, him and James were both on the senior football team. So I always thought he was very attractive, but I never really said anything because I was a year older. I kind of had this idea, I was like, okay, I'm a year older, he's probably not going to be interested in me that way because I am older than him, so I never really said anything to him even though I was like really attracted to him. So for the situation with Ryan, since I was in grade 12 classes, I ended up being in a class with him, which was like so overwhelming simply because I thought he was super attractive and I was interested in him, but I didn't know how to approach the situation. Plus, he was like one of those guys that everyone really liked. Okay, so with my friend Lisa, I was telling Lisa about him. Since she didn't really know who he was, like I was pointing him out to her and I was like, okay, so this is him, etc., etc. So this is a key point in this whole story. After I pointed him out to her, she said to me, no, he's not that attractive. He's not my type. He's not someone I would be interested in. Okay, remember that, okay guys? So she said those exact same words to me and I was like, okay, yes! That's fine, like, yes! No biggie there, because yes! For me, I felt like I was a little bit at a disadvantage because I was older than him and she was younger than him, so I felt if he was going to be interested in anyone, it would probably be her over me, simply because like I was older and I don't know if he was like into older girls like that. When she said those words to me, I was like, hallelujah, like I don't care, like I was super excited because I was like, good, that's great, that's perfect for me, like you don't need to like him, that's perfect. As time progressed, I would always tell her about him, obviously, because you know when you're like infatuated with someone and you just always want to talk about them, that was kind of the situation with me. So I would always tell her about him and she's like, girl, I don't even know what you're seeing, like I don't know why you're acting like this way, blah blah blah. Eventually, since I was really close with James and he was also close with Ryan, I started telling James about him. So I was just like, I'm actually really attracted to Ryan, like do you think you could kind of put in a word for me or see where his head's at, but don't fully say that Kelsey is interested in you, just kind of hint it, but don't make it too obvious. Because for me personally, I was that type of person who was always super shy. Like if I liked a guy, I was so shy about it. I would act so nonchalant, like I wasn't interested, and I would just be super like shy and awkward about the whole situation. And it's been like that throughout my whole high school career on every single guy that I liked. So it was no surprise that I would act that way. Anyway, eventually, since Ryan and James were both on the football team. James would always tell me, he's like, Kelsey, just say something. Kelsey, just try to talk to him. Kelsey, do this. Kelsey, do that. And I was like, yeah, I will. But like, I was just too scared, especially since I was in a class with him, and I just felt because I was older, like it would be too much. So I was just kind of like, yeah, I will, but I never actually said anything. Anyway, eventually Ryan and I started talking in class a lot more because we were with each other for a whole semester. But here's the kicker. He started asking me a lot more questions about Lisa. In my head, I was like, wait, pause. You're asking me about Lisa right now? Like, really? Boy, bye. So here's me thinking that I'm making progress when that was not the case at all. I was playing myself. Anyway, so he started asking me a lot more questions about Lisa, and he was asking me like, do you think she would be interested? Like, should I ask her out? And he would ask me these things because obviously I was really close with Lisa, so he knew that I would have a better idea of where her head was at. And he was right. I did have a better idea, but I didn't want to be that person to be the bearer of bad news. So I was just kind of like, I'm not sure where her head's at. Like, you can try. I don't know why I was encouraging this. I don't know why. But I was like, you can try, but I'm not too sure. Like, I don't know. I don't know if she would be interested or not. Even though I knew that she did not like him and she did not find him attractive and she did not want to be with him. But I was here like, yeah, go ahead. Like, idiot. Like, I'm a complete idiot. Like, I like him, and I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do it. Woo. So eventually, I turned to Lisa, and I kind of wanted to see where her head was at. So I was just like, what if Ryan decided to ask you out? Or what if he was like, I like you, what would you do? She laughs, and she's like, no, I'm not attracted to him in that way. Like, I would never date him. I would never be interested in going out on a date with him. It's like, oh, perfect. Okay, good. Woo! I have nothing to worry about. Your girl played herself. I thought that she would respect girl code, but that wasn't the case. So eventually, Ryan asked Lisa out, okay? And they went on a date. Do you think Lisa told me anything? Nope, not at all. I literally had to find out that they went on a date from James. The girl didn't tell me anything. Like, Bruh. She did not tell me anything, which I was so shocked about because I'm like, you're my friend. Like, I thought you would at least come to me and show me some inch of respect, saying like, hey, I know you like Ryan, but like, we went on a date, like something. No, she didn't do anything. And I was just kind of shocked. I was so shocked because I was just like, you are my friend. Like, at least if you came to me, I would not have been so shocked about it. So moving on, eventually they started dating. Yay, woo. Lisa and Ryan, woo. And it was just so awkward for me because every time like people would see them together or teachers would see them together, they would always be like, oh my God, you guys are so cute. Like, Ryan and Lisa, so cute, blah, blah. Like, I literally felt like throwing up. I was like, this is so annoying to me. And then I remember one day, because there was always this room by the gym that all the football people would go into and like where I would go to, we would all sit in there and we would talk to some of the gym teachers. So one day they were in there being all cutesy and stuff. And then one of the gym teachers, he turns to me and he goes, Elsie, don't you think Ryan and Lisa are so cute? And I'm sitting there like, yes, so cute. Like, they're so adorable. But in the back of my head, I was like, are you serious? Is this a serious question? It was so annoying. And what made it even worse is that since I had a class with Ryan, he would always tell me about like him and Lisa, and he would always ask me questions about him and Lisa. And then since Lisa was my friend, I had to fake it and pretend like I was interested in anything she had to say about their entire relationship, which was so bad on my part. I had a reason to hate on her, but I didn't want to hate on her because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's just a guy and like, whatever, there's other guys out there. But their relationship was so weird to me because they were dating, yes, but like she would always get irritated about anything he said. Like anything he did or said, she always get irritated. If he tried to kiss her in front of all of us, she would always be like, oh my God, stop, Ryan. Like there was always some type of attitude towards the whole situation. And that's how I knew like she still didn't really like him. She was dating him for what reason? I don't know. I don't know if it was to prove to me like, oh, I got him and you didn't, or what. I don't know what her whole story or intentions were behind the whole situation, but throughout the entire relationship, I knew she didn't like him. She told me from day one he was not her type, not someone she was interested in. She didn't really find him attractive. There was this other guy she was fully interested in, and so I was just so confused on why she was even dating him. But moral of the story, their relationship did not last that long. Looking back, maybe I should have told him and it would have saved him from getting hurt, but at the same time, I didn't want to be that person because it wasn't my place to be like, she doesn't even like you, you know? Like, I'm not that type of person. Even though I was interested in him, I wasn't going to be like, well, she doesn't even like you, so why are you even trying? Like, that's not me. I just kind of let it play out, and whatever happened between them. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for the story time on when my friend started dating the guy I liked. I don't have any hard feelings towards any of these people. Like, that happened like 2 to 3 years ago. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. It's not really a big deal. They're both still really great people. They're all doing their own thing. I'm doing my own thing. So it's one of those situations where you're just kind of like, well, that happened in my life, but whatever. But yeah, if you guys did like this story time, please don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and click that little bell button so you're notified every time I post a video. All links to my social media are listed down below, so definitely check me out on there. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in my next video.